Welcome back to my channel. I'm Madeline Rees, and today we're doing the time capsule video. I've seen a lot of people do this, and I think it's very fun. I think the first one, I could be wrong, but I think the first one was created by Bibliophile Scapes by Mike. Again, I'm not sure if that's true, but his was the first one I saw, and then I saw many others that were super fun. Seems like there's two ways to do this. There's like the fun version where we just put stuff in so that after 100 years, people can look upon it and just see what we were into. The other version is much darker. It's like a post-apocalyptic, and people are finding this to salvage knowledge. And I wasn't quite sure what version I was going to go with, but I end up deciding going the post-apocalyptic route. However, I will say I don't think mine are going to be that helpful. However, in my mind, we probably deserved it. Like, if we've gone to that point other than like solar flares or something unexpected, I assume that we have caused what's ever gone on. So they get what they get. To start, I chose sci-fi since that's definitely my most read genre, and I chose two. We have I, Robot. Ignore the cover. I would not put this cover in. I wouldn't torture them that much. And I just thought maybe they should learn about robotics and the 3 laws of robotics because they're pretty good in this. Although for all I know, post-apocalyptic was started by robots and now this is more just a horror novel for them. Just traumatizing people in that time. The next one I picked was The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. I chose this because I absolutely loved it. I keep thinking about it. I gave it a 4 after I finished reading it, but I honestly think about it almost daily. I also think this is like good representation of gender roles, how life could be, as well as like platonic friendship. I really liked the relationship in here. I thought there were great themes in this book, so maybe they could learn something from this book. My next favorite genre is horror. So in this one, I'm going to put Red X by David Demachek. I wanted some queer representation, also some Toronto representation, so I picked this one. I think it's a great mix of kind of real life horror queer people face as well as a supernatural element to it, and I really enjoyed this book. It was one of my favorites of last year, so this is definitely going in. Next, I think the people in a post-apocalyptic life probably just need a little bit of fun, a little bit of laughter, so I decided to put in a dark horror comedy with How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. This book is absolutely hilarious to me. It's a tad bit long, so maybe I'd rip out the last final pages and end it where I think it should end, and then shove it in the time capsule. But this one is about a brother and sister who have to reconnect with each other after their parents suddenly die, and they're trying to get their house ready to sell, but it's haunted. It has puppets in it. What's not to love? It was absolutely hilarious. One of the few books to actually like make me laugh out loud. I hope they enjoy it. Next is kind of my literary fiction, just general fiction picks for this one. I picked some pretty outlandish ones. I guess I just want to show people in the post-apocalyptic world how silly we really were, what we kind of worried about, what we kind of obsessed over, and maybe they can do the opposite of us. I chose Perfume and Pain. I will say this is a stunning cover. This is, though, about Astrid. She is a canceled author. Deservedly canceled. She is addicted to a lot of things. She is outlandish. She says crazy things. So again, maybe they can learn about what not to do if they get civilization back up and running. Again, along the same lines, another one I really liked. This is technically, I think, categorized as a romance, but I really didn't like the romance part of this, and I thought the other part of this was much bigger, and that is The Favorites by Lynn Fargo. This one is about 2 figure skaters. It's told in a documentary style / narrated style, and this will just show them how crazy we took sports, how we obsessed over it, how it took dedication, and they'll probably think how crazy it is that we cared so much about something so little and caused so much pain and suffering just for a prize. I do hope sports have changed. I have a feeling that they haven't. I think Basically everyone I know who's read this has enjoyed this, so at the very least, hopefully they'll be highly entertained. My last category will be for the kids of that post-apocalyptic world, YA, and we have The Golden Compass, and only The Golden Compass, not the rest of them, by Philip Pullman. No one should have to go through the world without knowing armored bears. I really liked this book. Lara, the main character, is fantastic. The children of the post-apocalyptic world can learn a lot from this book. And the last YA book I'm putting in is The Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin, because this is a better, nicer version of Harry Potter in my mind. Sorry, but that's just how I feel. So those are the books that I would put in the time capsule. I don't know if they'd be very helpful, but I think all of them are at least entertaining. At least they won't be bored in whatever hellscape they're living in. But hopefully we never get there. Of course, I probably should have put some history books, but these are the books I had and I thought it would be fun. I'll see you on the next one. There are a bunch of other tags I hope to do in the future if I can remember to track them down. I'm a little slow with the tags because sometimes I just don't like talking about myself. It's like as soon as I sit down to talk about me, my mind just goes blank. So I've had to sit with a few to think through all the questions. So I hope to see you in the next one.